Hello, Harindra.
Yeah,
Good
hi,
evening.
Karuna. Am I audible?
I'm sorry, what? Yes, you are audible. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, Harindra, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah. Okay. Okay, so can you please make me as the host?
Hold on. Give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm the host, right? So I think I need to request for the new instance today. Okay. Just logging into the system. Okay. So today we mostly discuss about users, roles, and groups management. So it's all about how we can create the users, how we can configure, roles, what are all the different tables we have for the users, roles, and groups. So this we will be discussing today. Okay. So let me go to the ServiceNow documentation before we are going to discuss about this users, roles, and groups management. So do you have any idea about users, roles, and groups? How we can create the users, how we can configure roles and groups? Okay.
I've done it in Services Manager, but
Yeah, got you. Okay, so basically, we will be creating an user. So let's take that we are using an instance. Okay. So if anyone should use this particular instance, let's take that yesterday you created one personal instance, right? So I want to use that personal instance. I mean, I have joined your team, so I also should work on that same instance. Okay. So at that time, to see that particular details and to see the data within that particular instance and everything, we have to use the user table. We need to create an user account. Okay. So that based on that user details, we can logging into the system and we can work on that.
Okay.
So basically, a user is an individual who can access the particular instance. Okay. Whereas group is nothing but it is the collection of users. Let's take that you are working in a support team. Okay. So in the support team, we have total around 5 to 6 people are working in the support team. So now when you want to assign anything to the support team, instead of assigning to the each individual persons, we can directly assign that particular thing to the one particular support group itself. That is the groups. Okay. So here basically user, it is an individual where you can able to create the user from the user table. Okay. The table name of the user is sys_user. We can navigating to the sys_user, and by navigating to that, we can able to create an user in the system. Okay. So here we have the link also to create the user. So there are multiple fields are there to create the particular user in the system. Okay. So basically we can able to add an user to our particular instance where we can able to enable them to logging into the system or even the portal if they want to access as well. They can able to navigate or they can able to access that particular portal. So to navigating to that in the application navigator or the filter navigator, we will be going to the user administration. Under that we have user section is there. Okay, by going to there, we will be clicking on the new button and we will fill all the necessary fields like user ID, okay, first name, last name, full name. So all the details we will fill it up and then we will be able to select the title and department. So these are not the mandatory fields, but if you want to select, like these are the basic fields which we will be having, correct?
Okay.
Like what is the title of the user and in which department the user is working. Okay, the department we will be selecting it. Okay, and then the password. Okay, what would be the password and password needs reset. Okay, and the active should be true. So if any user should work on that, so the active field should be true. If the active is true, that means we are that particular user is activated. Okay, and the email ID also we will be able to find, I mean, written there so that whenever he is logging, he can able to log in through email ID. So these are the different fields we have, and similarly we have the group as well. Okay, so we need to see how we can create the group as well. So in ServiceNow, if you want to create a group, again we have a table called sys underscore user underscore group. This is the group backend table name. Okay, we will be navigating to this particular table so that we can able to create a group. Okay, so what is the table name is sys underscore user
User underscore group.
group. Exactly. So by navigating to that, we can able to provide the group name and group details so that we can able to create it. Okay, so this is the group level information. So before we are going to proceed, you should be having a user underscore admin role. Okay, so to create the group, we should be having this particular user underscore admin privilege.
Okay.
So here actually, when you have the admin, you can able to do any activities. But if you don't have the admin, and if you want to perform these kind of activities, we should be having these kind of privileges in the system. Okay, so here in the application navigator, we will go to the user administrator. There we will go to the group section. There we will be able to click new button and we will provide like, name of the group and then who is the manager for that group. Okay, and then we can able to select the group email ID. And if the group is having any parent, we have to select the parent group as well. So these sort of details we will be able to select. So I'll show you that how we can create a user, how we can create a group and how we can create a role and everything. Okay. Now to navigating to the roles as well, we have to go to the sys underscore user underscore roles table. Okay. So there we can able to create a role. So we have sys underscore user underscore role that is dedicatedly for the roles table only. Okay, that is dedicatedly for the roles table. So here basically by using this create a role functionality, we will create a role to control the access to all the features and capabilities in the applications and modules. Okay, so here the role which is required is admin role. If we have the admin privilege, then we can able to create the role. After this particular access has been granted, okay, you can able to access the necessary permissions. So mainly in ServiceNow, as it is a tool, we have different tables, right? Okay, so when you are accessing different tables information, basically as an admin, we can see the data, but in the real time, some people should not see the data, correct? Some people, as per the requirement, as per the client requirements, so we should not allow the users to show the data or to restrict some sort of information in the system. So to achieve this particular activity,
Role
we will be
assignments.
having the roles. Okay, and we need to create an access control list that we will discuss in the coming days. By using that, we can able to restrict the access based on the roles. That is the purpose of roles component in ServiceNow. Okay, so here we can assign a role to the group, and we can assign a role to the user as well, and even we can assign a roles like a sub roles as well. Okay, so this is how we will be able to do and create. We can able to configure users, roles, and groups in the system.
Okay.
This is the functionality to configure users, roles, and groups all together in the system, guys. Okay, let us see practically how we can create it. Okay, how we can, configure the roles, configure users, and everything. So this is my instance. Okay, so this is the latest release. So let me open this URL. Okay, it is authenticator. Okay, somehow authenticator is working. Try others. Okay, maybe
Is
yes.
this synced with the Microsoft Authenticator?
No, link. It is having some password. Why it is? Maybe I selected authenticator in the previous time. Okay, but that's fine. Maybe we need to install this authenticator. It is asking. I think I don't have it right.
So if we want to create a new instance, we need to have a new email ID.
Yeah, even the existing email ID also we can use it.
Okay. So using the same email ID, we can have
Yeah.
multiple instance.
No, 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 no. Only one instance only.
Okay.
Yeah. Suppose if this instance is expired, if you want to take another instance, then you can use the same email ID. You can request for another instance if
Oh,
the existing instance is expired. Okay. Oh my God, buy this. Enter the code displayed on authenticator. I don't have authenticator, right? Let me check this.
try another way to verify. The
No, no.
below you have another thing called below verify button. That's again the it's taking you to the code.
No, I think maybe in another phone I might set it up. But yeah, it is not there. Authenticator is not here. Okay. Why it is showing? is coming. Okay. Okay. So don't want to waste the time. Let us create another instance with another email ID. Okay. We'll check this issue later. The authenticator, even it is not showing the
Don't
QR code
we
as
have
well.
option to being an administrator? We can't reset the MFA for this account.
But we need to log into the instance actually.
Okay. So we are the admins. So we don't have any choice to reset it for the different instance.
No, passwords we can reset it, but the privilege, if you want to go, we have to navigate into that particular section. Password we can do. It is refreshing the instance, I think. Let us see. Remove data.
So I'm an admin. So I got a call for another
Mhm.
user, and you have the scenario, right? Like
Yeah,
your MFA is not
that
working.
is first of all we will be able to navigate into the data. I mean, first we will navigate into the instance, then we can able to perform that activity, whatever the activity you are mentioning. So directly without logging into the instance, we cannot perform the actions, right?
Hmm.
So I'll show you like whatever the doubt you have. So first of all, let me logging into the another instance. Let me create it out. Okay, I don't think I have this instance with. Okay, let me check whether I have this instance. Okay, I might not have that account. So now ServiceNow has shared
Instance.
instance details.
First, you need
Yeah,
to create an account then.
exactly. Similarly, like yesterday you did, right? We need to verify that. Okay, so I received the email and we will verify this. Okay, okay, this is done. So I just set it up, sign up with the new account. Okay, so we will check because yesterday for your account it did not ask like the MFA, right? Maybe I selected the MFA in the previous instances where I am driving it. That is the reason it is asking. Let us check with this. Okay. So meanwhile, we have to remember three table names as part of the today's topic. So that is
User,
first, yeah.
groups, and roles.
Sorry,
Users and groups
and roles.
and roles.
Yeah. So first, the user table name is sys
Sys
underscore
underscore
user,
users.
and the group table name is
Sys
sys
underscore
underscore user underscore group.
groups.
Okay, and then there is another table that is the role table. So the role table name is sys underscore user underscore role.
Yeah.
So this is the particular table where we can able to log in and create a roles or assign the roles to different people as well. Okay. So here, this is the main purpose as well, where we can able to configure users, roles, and groups. Okay. So once the instance is done, what we will do, we will be able to configure these users, roles, and groups. So basically, users, roles, and groups are interlinked each other. Suppose once you create a user, okay, he will be having the basic access. So if you want to access any other things, okay, you should assign that role, or like exactly a admin role or any other role should be assigned. Okay. So if you want to assign multiple roles, actually we are not able to assign the multiple roles. So instead of we can able to assign it, but it will take some time to assign multiple roles every time. So at that time, what you have to do is we will be creating a group and we can able to assign the group to the user. Okay, so that they can able to easily access it.
Okay.
Got it? Yeah, that is for the roles and assigning a roles to the groups. And even suppose there is multiple people in the system. Okay, so there are around 15 people are working in the same thing, right?
Mm.
So now what you need to do, we have to assign a ticket to that particular group. Okay, so only one person is there. Okay, suppose there are 11 members who is working on the hardware related issue. So what we can do, we can create a group called hardware and we can assign all those 11 members to this particular user. Correct? So how we can assign? We can create a group and we can add those 11 users. Okay, we
Mm.
can create a group and then we can able to add those 11 users into the particular group. So it is asking the MFA. Why it is asking MFA still? It is the email ID. It is this one. Reset your instance to unlock the vibe coding. Okay. Okay, I'll check this one after this class actually. This like the MFA issue. Okay. As of now, what we will do, we will log in with your
My ID.
with your ID. Can you tell me your development instance ID?
No, it's no charge. Not.
Maybe MFA, I might set it up earlier. I need to remove that because we don't have the sign in option basically. Okay.
Phone paper. You don't my demo ID.
Otherwise, you can share the screen. Okay. We will now get the particular components as well.
It's DE. I'll add it. I'll write it in the chat.
The username and URL ID and password both.
You need a URL ID or a dev ID?
Dev ID, and for that instance, you might have default password, right? You can give that ID as of now. We will check it.
This is my dev ID. Username. Password.
No,
Let
that
me
is not the
change.
username. If you open that instance, you can see
Oh, you want me to
username as
open it from
admin.
my end? Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah, yeah,
I
admin
opened
and
it in my work.
sorry.
I opened the instance in my work system. So give me 1 second. I'll open
Okay.
it.
Otherwise, let me do it from here as well.
That's fine. I'll give you the instant data.
Yeah, I'm logging here. No problem. Yeah. So I logged into your instance. Okay. So for example, here we have the self-service and all the details, right? So from this application navigator or filter navigator, we will be going to the user table. So the table name is sys underscore user, and for every table we have to use dot list. So if you use capital LIST list, it will open it in the new tab. If you use small list like a lowercase list list, it will open it in the same tab. So as of now, I'm opening it in the new tab. So here we have the list of users in the system. So these are the below list of users we have. Okay, so we can able to create the users here, and even we can able to configure the list of users as well. Okay, guys. See, we have the lot of users in the system. So now if you want to go to the user, so in the application navigator or filter navigator, you can type a user administration as well. So there also we can see users, roles and groups, the different things. Okay. So here basically we can able to navigate into this user section, and we will click the new button here to create the new user. So we will be having the user ID, first name, last name, title, department. This is basically all the users fields. So we need to enter these details to create the user in the system. So what is the user ID? So we can give email ID or anything. Okay. So this is your instance, right? For suppose I wanted to create my user ID profile in this particular instance, so that I can logging into this instance and I can able to work on it. Okay. Example. Okay. So username is Harendra. Okay. First name is Harendra. Last name is Mupala. And let me enter some email ID abc@gmail.com. This is just for the testing purpose. So identity type human, language English. Okay, your time zone. So as of now, I'm keeping all these details like this. Okay, the phone number. So for the first time, we will be getting the default password. But after getting the default password, if you want to reset it when you are logging for the first time, you need to click on this password needs reset button.
Okay.
Okay, so when you click on this, so when after you first logged into the system, so it will ask you, okay, your password should be reset, and we can enter the new password and we can do whatever the activities we wanted to perform. And logged out, if you want to log out the user, you can click on this checkbox so that the user will be logged out and active field should be true. Okay, so this internal integration user, all this we will be using at the time of integration. While we are discussing the integration related components, at the time we will be using this component. Okay, we will be using, because if any we are using this user profile for the integration purposes, any web services purposes. At that time, we will be using this checkbox. So as of now, we don't want to perform all those things. We will provide the simple details. If you want to add the photo as well, here we can able to add the photo. Okay, like mobile number and everything. And now once you enter these basic details, you can click on submit. Once you click on submit, if you see here, we have a button called set password. Okay, so the purpose of this set password is we can able to set the default password here. Okay, here basic once suppose here we are setting up set password, right? It will generate the default password. See here, you can able to see generate. So this is the default password. We can copy from this section. Okay, otherwise we can use the save password. So the
And
password will be saved automatically and this checkbox is selected.
we can create our own passwords also, right?
For the first time, we cannot. Once you logged in, we can able to create the one password.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how we will be able to generate it. All the details. Got it right? So this is how we would be able to create an user in the system. Okay, these are the different details as well. We can able to configure it or even we can able to generate it. Okay. So once user is created, you can see the roles and groups. Okay, one user can able to we can able to add a group here. From this particular section, we can create the role. Okay, and even the roles as well. We have multiple roles as well. Okay, we can able to add the roles as well. Okay, so to add the roles here, we can click the edit. Let's take that I want to add some role. Okay, like a admin role. You can select the admin. You can click here and you can save it. So the admin will be added to this particular user Harendra. See, you just added admin only, but total 58 roles are added. You know the reason? Because admin can able to have the sub roles. Okay, admin can might be having the sub roles. That is the reason it is not added. All the related sub roles also it is added. And here we have the groups because admin is part of this group. So that is the reason the group is also added to here. So individually to create a group or to go to the groups, we have a table name called sys underscore user underscore group. Okay. So this is the table where we will be able to go to the groups table and we can click the new here. Okay. And here we will provide the details. Let's take that group name is test group. The manager for this group as well. For example, as of now, I'm adding this as the manager and test. Okay. Suppose if we want to add any group email as well, like in the real-time environments, we have a distribution lists, right? In one DL, we can add 10 members or 12 members. Similar like that, we have the group email is there. Okay. We can select the group email there. Otherwise, even we can able to configure that group email. If you don't want to add it as well, no need to add. And for the parent field is if suppose in the real time, one group can be having the parent group as well. Okay, we have parent group and child groups like that. So if you want to add the parent group, okay, so we can able to select here the parent as some other group. Okay, Got it right? How we can create the group?
Sorry, yeah, mute was on. Yes.
Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, and now we have the roles. See, once group is okay. See, now the group is created. For this particular group, we have the related roles, group members, and groups. So this group can able to add any subgroup as well. And if you want to add any group members to the group, okay, automatically the members will be added. So as of now, in the group members, let me add the user which we created just now. Okay, what is the user we created?
Mhm.
Myself, right? Harendra. We will bring it to the right side and we will save it. So that for this group, the group member is added. Now, if you refresh it, see, this user is added to this group. Now, if you go to the user profile and refresh the user profile here, if you
Groups
go
with
to the groups, the test group is also added. Test group is that one we just created, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Got it right?
Yeah.
So this is the group details. Okay. So like a test group, and here similarly like we have a roles as well. The roles is sys underscore user underscore
Group.
roles. So here we will be able to create a role. So we have a new button here. Okay, we will be having the role name. Okay, and here simply we will be having the role name only. Okay, just like role name is test role, for example. Description, some sort of test like that we can able to add. So the application scope, we are currently using the global application scope. That is the reason this role is in the global application scope, and we have the elevated privilege as well. Okay, and the description is test. Now if you
So,
click,
do
yeah.
we have an options to set assignments like, this particular role should do this particular work only kind of thing?
That yes, exactly. That is where the ACL component will come into picture.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can use that ACLs
What
there.
is ACL?
ACL is access control list. That is the dedicated component. We will discuss that topic after two or three classes.
Okay.
Okay. We are going to discuss that only.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that is the roles. So simply we can create once the role is created, we have the contents role. Here we have the child roles, right? We can able to create a child roles as well. Suppose we are created the test role, right? So within the test role, if you want to create another role, here you can add that particular role.
Okay.
Okay, applications with role also we have. Simply we can able to select that. Any modules with role or any customs roles, we can select this. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the roles component.